This is me. First time doing this. I just felt like this was a good way, I don't know, do stress relief or something. Um, my name's Jake. Uh, I currently go to school. I'm a junior in college. I'm pursuing a degree related to medicine. That's about as much as I'm going to explain. If I was to do anything else, you probably wouldn't understand it anyway. With the fact that it's called MLS. You probably don't know what that means. You look it up, it's probably not going to be the right acronym, so there's no point in explaining it any further. Anyway, um, I'm just here to mostly just vent with problems with society, people that I meet, kind of human flaws in general, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, so I'm probably going to have trouble looking at the camera. I'll probably be watching myself. I don't know why, but yeah, anyway, I'll try to look at the camera as much as I can, okay? Okay. So, one big thing election day is tomorrow. Um, so we have school off, which is great. So it means, not a real bedtime tonight, which is nice because I'm usually a nocturnal person anyway, so I don't usually like to be up in the mornings, so not having class tomorrow, awesome, perfect, just dandy. So I had plans, right? People make plans. That's how society works. You want to schedule stuff. You want to make sure stuff is set in concrete so you could prepare for it, or there's other people who are just spontaneous, like, hey, let's go do this, and they go do this right now. And that's just the way they live. I'm kind of a mix in between both. I can do both, but I prefer to schedule things. Like if I had the opportunity to schedule something that I enjoy doing, I'm gonna try to do that. I'm gonna try to schedule it because that way I can look forward to it, right? So the problem with humans is the fact that we never want to keep stuff set in stone, or when we do, we tend to like say stuff and then not back it up, not hold to it, like for example, a friend of mine, or a recently made friend of mine, we had this idea. Well, I had the idea. I brought it up to her attention. She loved the idea, so she was down for it. So we decided we just talk about stuff, right? Like just in general. They may not apply to us. They may apply to us, but just in general. So like, I talked about this I told her this like Thursday night last week, um, and today it's Monday. Um, and she had the idea on Thursday. She said, we could do Monday nights 9. Would that work? That could be a thing. And I was like, yeah, no, totally. Monday nights work because I have to be in the building anyway, um, for work purposes. So I was totally down for it, right? Like, what better way to spend time other than wasting time on the internet or sleeping? Fucking, let's talk about stuff. Let's talk about stuff that's interesting. Let's compare ideas. Let's learn. Let's just learn together, right? Because that's what I would try to do when I talk. Is I try to learn from it. I try to learn from the other person and modify my views to be better correct. My views on like the universe, on science, math, politics, stuff like that. Try to modify my views to better fit myself coming out of the talk. So like if I say something and it's wrong, then I learn from it. Now that way I'll know next time I say it what the proper thing to say is, what the right thing to say, the correct thing, right? And of course, there's some things that we talk about, or I talk about, that don't have a correct answer. Like, religion doesn't really have a correct answer, right? And this was going to be one of the topics that I brought up because I was super excited to hear her thoughts on this, right? And so I was looking forward to this. Like, the weekend came and I was doing stuff, but in the back of my mind, I was like, that talk on Monday, the first talk, it's going to be awesome. I'm going to enjoy it a lot, right? She's a really cool person, really smart, I would enjoy it. And so Monday rolls around, right? Go to class, whatever. Get back. It's like 1 o'clock. I'm like, okay, this is cool. I'm digging this, right? You got 8 more hours. Just waste some time, play some video games, listen to music, do some studying, stuff, pass time. Watch some Netflix, which I do. So it's currently 8:43 p.m. The scheduled talk was at 9, and about 7 minutes ago or so, she messaged me, rain check, right? Sorry, my chem exam's on Wednesday. Um, I feel kind of prepared for it. I'd like to study more. Plus, I promised my friends I'd go out tonight with them. So, girls' code, stuff like that. Right? She's like, would you mind doing it on Wednesday after the exam? And see, now you're thinking probably, dude, what's wrong with that, right? Like, what's wrong with that? Well, the thing is since Thursday she had this set for Monday, right? We were both ready for it to be on Monday. And she fails to prepare properly to be able to do it on Monday. Like, I know this is like an informal thing, but still, it's like, if you don't hold yourself to deadlines, who's going to? It comes down to you to hold yourself to deadlines. It comes down to you to make sure yourself is an organized person. She says she's not prepared for a chem exam, but then she promised her friend she'd go out tonight. You gotta set priorities. Like, I know people falter at priorities, but you gotta have some sort of willpower to, hold to it. So anyway, I wasn't gonna start up an argument or anything, right? Just be passive, play it cool, stuff like that. So I just said, yeah, Wednesday would work. Have a good night. So hopefully see you tomorrow. Just standard reply. And see, here's where the real test comes in, right? Because so now she's rescheduled to Wednesday. Is she gonna be able to do it Wednesday, or is another time gonna come around where she's gonna be like, what? Maybe I can delay it a little longer. I have another test coming up, or I promised somebody else I'd do something. I'll just delay it longer. He didn't have a problem last time, so we can just do it again. See, that's where it happens, because I'm sure some of you, I personally have had this happen before, and I'm sure some of you have had too, and it's frustrating, right? Because though the other person may not be in their mind, it's in your mind, right? And you're ready. You want to experience this. You're looking forward to it. It's not like a huge excitement. You're not like, oh my god, yes. Like, it's not like that. It's like a chill excitement. You're like, this will be cool. I'm looking forward to this. This will be nice. And when that doesn't happen, it's almost more of a letdown, because you didn't. What are you gonna do? You feel like whatever you do in that time is a waste of time compared to what you could have done. And it sucks. I feel like this is a human flaw. It's like a failure to commit. It's a failure to plan. And as a society, we really suck at this. We really need to work on this, And so, I don't know. That's just my personal thoughts. Just venting, sort of. I may be overreacting, but this happens to me all the time with chill stuff like this. Like, if it's cool stuff, of course they're gonna go, because usually it costs money. It's really exciting, it's spontaneous. They love it, right? Like, nobody has a problem with that. They'll gladly turn down other plans to do this because this is bigger, right? Bigger is better. But with small plans like this, they kind of get left to the side, forgotten about, and it's a shame, really, because to me, these are some of the more exciting times, the more engaging times. I don't know. That's just my thoughts. Me venting probably is what you'd label this as. I don't know if any of you guys share the similar thoughts, but if you do, let me know. We can talk about it. Not like I have anything else planned tonight. Ooh, the passive-aggressive burn. This is it. Finish.